I am back from up the country, very sorry that I went, seeking for the southern poet's land whereon to pitch my tent. I have lost a lot of idols, which were broken on the track, burnt a lot of fancy verses, and I'm glad that I am back. For the route may be the pleasant scenes of which our poets boast, but I think the country's rather more inviting round the coast. Anyway, I'll stay at present at a boarding house in town drinking beer and lemon squashes, taking baths and cooling down. Sunny plains. Great Scott, those burning wastes of barren soil and sand with their everlasting fences stretching out across the land. Desolation where the crow is. Desert. Where the eagle flies, paddocks where the loony bullock starts and stares with reddened eyes, where, in clouds of dust enveloped, roasted bullock drivers creep slowly past the sun-dried shepherd dragged behind his crawling sheep. Stunted peak of granite gleaming, glaring like a molten mass turned, from some infernal furnace, on a plain devoid of grass. Miles and miles of thirsty gutters, strings of muddy waterholes in the place of shining rivers, walled by cliffs and forest bowls. Range of ridges, gullies, ridges, barren. Where the maddened flies, fiercer than the plagues of Egypt, swarm about your blighted eyes. Bush. Where there is no horizon. Where the buried bushman sees nothing. Nothing. But the maddening sameness of the stunted trees. Lonely hut where drought's eternal, suffocating atmosphere, where the God-forgot sea and hatter dreams of city life and beer. Treacherous tracks that trap the stranger, endless roads that gleam and glare, dark and evil-looking gullies, hiding secrets here and there. Dull, dumb flats and stony rises, where the bullocks sweat and bake, and the sinister Gohanna, and the lizard, and the snake. Land of day and night, no morning freshness, and no afternoon, for the great, white sun in rising brings with him the heat of noon. Dismal country for the exile, when the shades begin to fall from the sad, heartbreaking sunset, to the new chum, worst of all. Dreary land in rainy weather, with the endless clouds that drift o'er the bushman like a blanket that the Lord will never lift. Dismal land when it is raining, growl of floods and the whoosh of the rain and wind together on the dark bed of the bush. Ghastly fires in lonely humpies where the granite rocks are piled on the rain-swept wildernesses that are wildest of the wild. Land where gaunt and haggard women live alone and work like men, till their husbands, gone a-droving, will return to them again. Homes of men. If homes had ever such a God-forgotten place, where the wild selector's children fly before a stranger's face. Home of tragedy applauded by the dingo's dismal yell, heaven of the shanty keeper, fitting fiend for such a hell, and the wallaroos and wombats, and, of course, the curlew's call, and the lone sundowner tramping ever onward through it all. I am back from up the country where I went seeking for the southern poet's land whereon to pitch my tent. I have left a lot of broken idols out along the track, burnt a lot of fancy verses, and I'm glad that I am back. I believe the southern poet's dream will not be realized till the plains are irrigated and the land is humanized. I intend to stay at present, as I said before, in town drinking beer and lemon squashes, taking baths and cooling down.